You started how many years ago? And you started doing Kickstarter Crap, which was a series that you did a lot of episodes on, where you basically were reviewing Kickstarters that were less than ideal, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's a good description. Less than ideal. Yeah, I would say it's probably been about, like, I don't know, maybe 5 years. It's sort of hard to keep track because, like, if you do YouTube for a long time, your channel and your success or whatever is going to come in waves. So, like, I spent, like, at least a good 2 years just doing the video game grind where you just upload commentary of, you playing some obscure game, and you just sit there and you refresh the page trying to inflate your views. And you do that for like 2 years. And then at one point I was like, all right, I got to do something different because nothing is improving. So the Kickstarter Crap thing came around and people seem to like that. And I didn't see any other videos really that were too similar. And I don't know, it was cool. It was a good way to begin my career as a guy who rants at the camera.
So what's the breakdown of Kickstarter Crap? What was that? The idea, like, would you stumble on a project? Would you, people send them to you or what?
Yeah, so I think people would always try to send me them once I got started, but it was one of those things where you needed a sort of a good combination of, like, bad, but also a lot of content. People would send me sort of low effort Kickstarter projects made by, like, an 8-year-old, I want to play Fortnite, give me donations to play Fortnite, or whatever the case is. And it's like, well, there's not much I can do with this. And it's also not worth critiquing because it's made by a child. But beyond that, I would say that it was a lot of just browsing, r/shitty Kickstarters and just browsing the site myself. And I don't know, there's all sorts of different categories. I think the categories that were the most rife for, I guess, criticizing or satire was any of the projects that focused on, like, new technology. And, there were a lot of projects that kind of just wanted to repackage an old idea. So, like, one of them was this project called Zen Egg. And it's literally just a wooden egg that someone, I guess, carved out on a lathe or however you do that. And it's just an egg with, like, a weight at the bottom, There's a million toys out there that do the exact same thing. It just bobbles back and forth, and you can put it on your desk or whatever. But because this had sort of the minimalist vibe and, was clean and peaceful and relaxing, it's like, yeah, I want to pay $20 for this.
So somebody looked at a Weeble and thought, like, if we take the face off this, we can reboot it.
Yeah,
well,
Weeble.
Yeah, and combine it with the concept of the pet rock, and all of a sudden you're a multimillionaire on Kickstarter.
Exactly. Well, there are so many projects that I would absolutely compare to the pet rock. It's like, if it feels kind of clean and nice, it's like, hell yeah, I'll drop $20 on that. And so that's sort of, I guess my philosophy on it the whole time was sort of like, if you're going to do a Kickstarter project, you should kind of, like, not be able to fund it yourself. But I think a lot of the projects, the critiques I made, like, if you want to take all these risks, like, at least put your money where your mouth is and, like, go for broke. If you really believe in the idea, don't try to pawn off your shitty idea on people on... Oh, wait, am I allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, anyway.
So there was one that you did where you're talking now about give it a shot, put your resources in, do your thing on it. This the guy with the lemon farm in Valencia or whatever.
Yeah.
He's trying to start a lemon grove and was asking for, like, 60,000 or something, and then shoots the drone out of the sky.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. I usually just wipe my memory after I'm done with a video, but yeah. So I think that was his attempt at getting more attention for his Kickstarter project, was sort of pretending that someone was, like, I guess, I don't know, like, spying on him or some shit like that, because it's very easy to buy a cheap drone and make it look like someone's, up to no good. I did that for a couple videos and just trashed the drone. But yeah, It's
he goes on Inside Edition. He gets them to cover it.
Yeah.
And that features the Kickstarter. But you know what? At no point was he like, hey, look at my 4 lemon trees that I sold a lawnmower to like buy.
Right.
You know, I'm really trying hard with these 4. Help me get 400. Look at these juicy lemons. At no point does he do any of this. Like he says, I've got a friend 100 miles away who grows lemons or something like that.
Exactly. It's all some sort of like, I don't know, some pie in the sky idea where it's like, man, I'm picturing the lifestyle I want, and it involves lemon trees. You know, it's like, like I think about that sometimes. I'm sure you guys do as well, where it's like, man, like, you know, you're watching some, I don't know, like what I've been watching lately is like people and their like bee farms, and I'm like, man, it would be fucking cool to have like a bunch of bees making honey, making wax, making pollen. And that would be a very peaceful life, just, you know, making some candles, harvesting the honey, and just, you know, having this very simple lifestyle. But, like, no one's going to fund that for you. Like, you know, you got to find your way. And then I guess when you've made enough money, you can kind of have this dreamy, idealistic lifestyle.